The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, The Money Masters. Now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us out here each and every day, growling and prowling. We get the Dow right now down 4. NASDAQ is flat. S&Ps are flat. You get gold up $1. We get silver up 34 cents. Oil's down $1.
Kind of relatively flat, huh?
Oh, it's flat,
You
man.
know?
It's sitting there.
It's not like last week when they came back from a little break, if you will, on Tuesday.
That's right.
The markets were rolling.
That's right. And, you know, I mean, it's just sitting at these highs. It wants to break, folks. And break topside, I'm talking about, too.
Yeah.
You know, the conviction's not there, but bottom line, when you will not back away from the highs or lows, in this case, you're not backing away from the highs and saying, hey,
right.
we're going, man. You know?
And a part of that was, and I covered it during the opening show, during the 9 o'clock show, was, still showing the correlation that absolutely is out there between the King dollar
right.
and the S&P.
Right.
Really, so the markets. It's just easier to take a look at the broad, S&P 500. And and when you take a look at when the King dollar is going down,
look at that thing, man.
And the correlation is, what I wanted people to understand is the correlation is there with regard to the market movement. It's not there with regard to so many ticks down equals this many S&P points.
That's
okay?
right. That's right.
But still the direction that's out there. But what you can do is then when you understand how that's working and you understand that the dollar index maybe is up quite a bit, but the markets aren't down as much.
Right.
Okay. You then can make that, in my opinion, you can jump to that correlation to tell you where there's strength.
Yes.
And there was more strength in the U.S. markets. Still was moving down. Still had to close down 55 points. But what we were looking at, which was some real weakness out there, being the NDX 100, all of a sudden showed up to the party.
It did, man.
A week late. But still, showed up to the party.
Man, it showed up in spades, too.
Yeah. And Microsoft, Microsoft is taking on a swing point right now, getting ready to take on its next swing point.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty amazing if Microsoft really can. Well, no, it has the juice.
It's got the juice. Yeah.
It has the juice.
It's already telling you that it wants to get up over it.
It absolutely has the juice. There's no doubt about it. You know what's wild is that I was reading this on a fundamental basis about Microsoft. I read that this new operating system that they have on the phones is supposed to be phenomenal.
Microsoft has a operating system for phones.
Yeah, this article was talking about that. Hey, listen, that flat out it can take on Apple.
Yeah,
and they were saying just as good as Google, better than and it's a different operating phase. Okay, so when you actually pull the apps up.
Yeah.
What it says that when you get the apps on there, when something's coming in without you doing anything, it lights up.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty cool.
So it's a whole new interface. So.
Last week I talked, on my show about the importance of questions. And because each of us, when we wake up in the morning, heck, you and I, when we're sleeping, our minds are, and everybody else, your mind's always asking these questions or what have you. And questions end up controlling your focus. What is you're going to focus on?
Yeah.
Well, Bill Gates, and I always like to take a look at successful people to understand what questions were they
asking, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
And in Bill Gates' case, when you go back and you really study him, I know there's some specials on CNBC, but I don't think they really cover this. But this is documented that what created Microsoft into what it was really the question that he asked himself. And what he did was, his question was, how could Microsoft be the intelligence behind the computers across the world? And that's what MS-DOS, not taken away from any, from Apple or what have you.
No, I'm with you.
But by changing that question, really gave him each day when he woke up, him and the company,
I like that
they knew where they were directed to. That question, even though he's not, involved with Microsoft day to day, still that question is out there, that driving force.
So the key inside that questioning, which is really cool, is go for the whole shebang.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, because that is the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Right.
And because it's like we talk about, if you like one of your 4 agreements cards, if you don't ask for it, it's not going to just show up, right?
No, it's not. Right.
It just doesn't work that way.
The only thing that shows up, folks, who don't ask for it is a slap in the back of the head. And that's from not doing your homework. That's the bottom line.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no question.
Hey, listen, so, folks, of course, across the world, we're always talking currencies.
Yeah.
Today, the
Swiss
National Banker. So this story is a trip in itself, because these folks think that they're basically untouchable.
Yeah.
And what the story is folks, Philip Hildebrand, head of the Swiss Central Bank, the bottom line is that his wife cashed in francs for U.S. dollars, $500,000,
yeah.
3 weeks before he turned around and basically said, okay, we're going to,
weaken
the franc.
Right.
And, they were going back and forth for, a couple of weeks saying, no, it's going to be cool, but the bottom line is they resigned this morning.
Yeah. Well, how much money did they end up making on that trade? Do you know? Was there?
They only made short money, which is, I mean, for the power that he had. Well, not short. They made $70,000 or something. Do you know what I mean? I know exactly.
Yeah,
that's nothing. That's nothing.
Compared to the position, the credibility, all that type of stuff.
Pure greed.
That's
pure greed.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, where he made the mistake is that he was claiming he was claiming that he had nothing to do with it. And where he made the mistake, and this is where it's amazing that people can get involved in these situations, and then they come out and just say something. And he's the one that actually put in the trade.
Oh, he did? He did?
He's the actual one.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So what happened is that he was claiming.
That's amazing.
He was claiming that he didn't know anything about it. He was claiming he had nothing to do with it. And then they found out that he is the one that actually placed the trade.
Oh, Lord.
So that was it with him. And that. The bottom line is that what was in his head 3 weeks prior to that. You just don't change that overnight.
No. You would hope you don't change that overnight.
Yeah, break. Gold out here this morning. Let's go take a look at this baby, GCG2. And, she's going to, at least test these lows. It's going to be interesting to see how we come into them. Because, last Tuesday we did get, a small sign of strength in a lot of those equities.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see how we get down there and do the next test. But it's going to be correlated right inside the currency markets. There's no doubt that the currency markets are running the whole ball of wax.
So you think gold will come all the way back and test the 1535 area? Or will it...
yeah, I do.
And then if you come back there and you test that one with lighter volume, then what do you think?
Then on a test with that one with lighter volume, there's a couple of equities I want to buy.
Okay.
Yeah, because looking... I went through, about 30 or 40 of those equities. There's a few of them.
Yeah.
That comes in right, because the bounce would be pretty dramatic. But my take is still going to be how the dollar is reacting and what kind of cause would build. And what I'm thinking is this. Is that the dollar is probably just going to take a rest for 2 or 3 weeks, and probably, now this would be insane, folks, if the dollar only goes sideways,
right,
which it can do,
yeah.
Watch out for the next acceleration up. So if the dollar's going sideways without a pullback, we won't be buying in that gold market, because that acceleration up on the next time, I'd like to see it, back down a little with, maybe a little juice underneath it, but we'll see. Yeah,
well, it had, it's really, I think it's set up to be able to do that, and it's set up to be able to do that because of the euro-U.S. dollar currency pair. And what was cool, which I didn't pick up on until last week, was that where the euro was trading back to was into this August 25th, August 26th time frame. Which, when you go back and you take a look at the U.S. market's real critical area, also happened to be a back-to-back Astro area. So you had a back-to-back Astro period on August 25th and 26th, which is kind of unusual, very unusual, actually. So, when I'm watching the currency pair trade back in there, and now what I'm looking for is a rejection. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to go. Now, and it also happens to be, in a swing point range as well. So it's really pretty cool to see it actually coming back here.
Right.
Because we should see some type of rejection. Doesn't mean it's today. It could be tomorrow. It could be Wednesday or what have you. Maybe it completes its work all the way down to the bottom of the swing point. But that would then set up the dollar actually pulling back.
Yeah, it would. I would. And there's no reason that it can't have a real bounce.
Yeah, just a .382 bounce.
Just exactly.
We'll create some energy out there.
Yeah, no, it totally will.
But it's going to have to probably be something other than waiting for Merkel, Sarkozy, and the guy from Italy.
It's like Draghetti.
Yeah, yeah.
It is. It's like okay. What is the market waiting for right now? It's probably waiting for earnings to come in. It's certainly not waiting for Alcoa.
Hopefully, I was going to say, hopefully not Alcoa. Hopefully those aren't the earnings that set off the.
There's no way Alcoa.
Right, because now they're saying they just hope they don't have a huge loss.
Yeah, Alcoa is such a trip; it's unbelievable. Well, what's amazing is that understanding the commodity business in general, folks. What happens with Alcoa is that you get a 10-year commodity bull that's going on.
Yeah.
And bottom line is that they needed a commodity to make the commodity.
Yeah.
And they needed oil.
Yes.
To make aluminum, folks, it takes so much energy to make it that that's where they're blowing their brains out, and they continue to blow their brains out. So that correlation is important to understand. What does it take to basically get a resource out of the ground? And how much energy does it take to get it out of the ground?
Sure.
So it'll be wild here.
Absolutely.
We got a rejection. If we take a look at the SPY here for a second, folks, you just want to see this thing. I mean, this is an absolute rejection of lower price. And it just did it with dramatically lighter volume. So watch this on a 10-minute basis. This is sick. 3.4 million versus 7.9. We're going right now, man. This will blow us the mind. This is gonna go make a run for the highs of Friday, and we'll see whether we get any juice behind it. If we take a look at the
way things are setting up, looks like volume or not. Even if it clears those highs. Look, if it clears those highs, what it's really kind of setting up are some tiger butterflies.
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't that be nice for us to be able to trade those things?
Huge, because they're so hard to pull off, folks.
Yeah.
Meaning, for that patent to set up, they have to do so many things wrong in the marketplace.
Yeah.
NASDAQ, folks, big volume on NASDAQ. NASDAQ's got juice, man. And watch out. NASDAQ with juice, we could get some real surprises out here. We were talking about Apple. Apple, folks, is going to basically be given some gifts. But what may happen, it's going to be overadvertised, comes out with its earnings, blow away gap, and then that's the end.
Yeah.
So it's don't pull that trigger on a short position on Apple yet, because it's going to blow some minds.
No, it's really setting up to at least do a butterfly.
Yeah.
Because all those gaps, I was explaining to folks, the importance of understanding these Gartley patterns or butterfly patterns, and the importance of taking a look on that C to D leg. If you're starting to come into your D point, with gaps, it's just saying, just be very, very. In fact, it's telling you, don't take that trade.
Exactly.
Don't find some other trade.
Right.
Let that thing finish out here. And sure enough, that's what Apple's doing.
Right. Look at that divergence right now between Europe and us. This thing wants to go right now. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
This would be a shocker if this thing can get some juice underneath it. Starting out Monday.
You had Shanghai up 65 points last night.
Was that sweet?
Yeah.
That's what Shanghai, folks, came off the bottom with conviction. Now, as soon as we come back, we're going to talk about that. With conviction.
Yeah.
Boom! Wide price spread, accelerated volume. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We want to hear from you, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Coming right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume and the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective and maximize your returns. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
In 1929, Joe Kennedy had $4 million. By 1932, he grew it into $180 million. All this during the Great Depression. The good thing about economic difficult times is that the worst economy can produce the best rewards in the shortest period of time. In fact, during the last 130 years, 61% of that time has been spent in recession. How would you like the strategies that are bulletproof against the turmoil of our economy in these fast-changing times? For the last quarter of a century, I've studied and used the secrets used by millionaires and billionaires. These are bulletproof strategies that will absolutely astonish you. I'd love to introduce you to these concepts that will absolutely change your life. You'll learn the 3 ways to grow any business exponentially. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien and host of the Trader's Edge, both seen daily at TFNN.com. If you're even a little bit interested in accumulating wealth, providing a better life for you and your family, then go to TFNN.com, look under Breaking News, and click on the Get Steve Rhodes Special Report link, and I'll email you this free report, Pathways to Wealth.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us out here today. Dow is up 26, NASDAQ up 5, S&P's up 2. We get one of the targets that want to look at YIN. Well, first off, let's go to Shanghai first. We'll go to Shanghai because the correlation is there. Shanghai last night, folks, goes up 2.89%. And, you know, when you see this little chart, baby, this has some conviction behind the move.
Yeah.
62 is not the end of the world, but meaning up $62. But look at the acceleration.
Yeah.
So you didn't hit a low. You did $7.6 billion. And that's saying that now 2,500 is game, and we're at 22.
That should be pretty well.
No doubt. And it makes sense, too, folks, because when you look at this, oh, my God, look, I got to bring it back before 2009. This is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is...
I was looking for it to still get a little bit lower.
lower, I know.
2150, 2117 completes a pattern, you know, which is nice. Doesn't mean that it's got to get all the way down there. I'm going to be watching it. But, you know, it really didn't have a lot more work to go to the downside because it got down to 2247. So, you know, you were 100 points away.
So watch this now.
So
now watch how insane this is, folks. This is what's really cool. Okay, so what it was going into. So we got down to 21.
In the 2160.
Yeah,
right?
2132, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Now, 2132, you did last week with 15 billion shares.
Yeah.
Right? Now, when you go over and say, okay, what are you going into? Well, you got 2191. You're going with 94 billion versus 15.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. That's it, man. That's, now you get a rejection with 15 billion versus 94 billion.
Yeah, yeah.
You have, at first you just look and say, okay, a counter trend bounce, 25.36 is all over it.
Right,
But once you get inside 23.19, well, now you can go to game up to 31.
Yeah.
So you're talking about 30%.
Yeah.
Intense. Okay, so
no question.
Now with that, one of the targets we want to look at YINN. This is pretty cool because this is a new direction share, 300% bull position of let's get this straight. The Mellon China Select ADR Index. Let me just see if I can. Oh, there it is. So you get China Life, you get China Petroleum, you get Baidu, China Unicom, China Telecom, Goldman Sachs Financials. That must be. I got to find out what that is.
Because that's 21%.
Yeah, of 20%. Dreyfus Treasury Prime, China Mobile. Interesting, man. Okay, so this equity here is trading at $17. It's a triple. Let me see how long this has been around. Okay, so come on, baby. Oh, it looks like.
I think it's relatively new.
Yeah, 12-1. Is that right? You're at 17, and you get a spike up here into 26.90.
Now is it the FXP? Is that the other
FX?
Is that the
that's going to be
a while ago.
Big time. That's the Pro Shares.
Oh, that's a 20. That's a China 25.
Yeah, and
what's inside that?
That's going to be comes off of. Oh, look, they don't have it there, but I know what it comes off of. Okay, so when we're looking, we go back over to China.
Yeah.
And we go into the Shenzhen.
Okay.
That's what that comes off of.
Okay.
Now, that was up 3.7% last night. So that was up even more. It's been down more, too. But that's what that comes off of. And you see, that has volume, too.
Yeah.
So if we bring this back to 07. Yeah, you had buys. And now, okay, so watch this. When we look at this come back to time-wise here to what we came back to. We came back to February of 09. Look at this, man. This is sweet. We get action here, folks. It's going to be a lot of money made in China right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think Shenzhen. I think that is the southern part of China.
Is it? Okay.
I have to go do a little research on it.
So what we did is that we came back, folks, with 10 billion shares versus 50 billion. So 20%. Those are big numbers, man.
Yeah.
Those are big numbers. Just when you get all the non-believers out there. Hey, where's your bull? Where's our bull?
I know. I didn't have a chance this weekend. I got to get the Viking hat.
Oh, man, we got to get up. Yeah.
There's so much other stuff that was going on.
You saw TiVo, right?
Oh, I did, yeah. Watch the end of that, and that was so cool.
It's amazing.
That was cool.
Can you imagine how many people are going to be watching Denver and the Patriots?
Oh, absolutely.
That broke records last time,
CBS got to be loving it.
Oh, forget it.
It's a good lead-in for 60 Minutes and everything.
Oh, it's huge. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, folks. Don't forget, coming this Wednesday, folks, you want to understand the tick and trend, find those bottoms, come on to the workshop I'm going to be doing. We're going to be right back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in the equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com under newsletter. Hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
In 1929, Joe Kennedy had $4 million. By 1932, he grew it into $180 million. All this during the Great Depression. The good thing about economic difficult times is that the worst economy can produce the best rewards in the shortest period of time. In fact, during the last 130 years, 61% of that time has been spent in recession. How would you like the strategies that are bulletproof against the turmoil of our economy in these fast-changing times? For the last quarter of a century, I've studied and used the secrets used by millionaires and billionaires. These are bulletproof strategies that will absolutely astonish you. I'd love to introduce you to these concepts that will absolutely change your life. You'll learn the 3 ways to grow any business exponentially. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien and host of the Trader's Edge, both seen daily at tfnn.com. If you're even a little bit interested in accumulating wealth, providing a better life for you and your family, then go to tfnn.com, look under Breaking News, and click on the Get Steve Rhodes Special Report link, and I'll email you this free report, Pathways to Wealth.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of tfnn.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow right now up 29, NASDAQ up 6, S&P's up 2. We got gold up 320. And let's go over to that Apple. Good old Apple here. So, Apple, let's see.
Yeah, it's at 427, I think, is the, got up to 427.77 or so this morning.
Yeah, so 426.70 is the high. You had 24 million shares. Oh, look at this. This is going to be interesting. So you're already at 4.6 million.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
It needs that juice.
They're coming in. This will be interesting, man. They might basically come in. I don't think they'll get the whole ball of wax, but they're going to suck more money. Man, this is going to be crazy. So the first, let me just see.
Oh, it came in right off the bat.
It did come in right off the bat. 193,000 at the open.
Yeah.
You get 2. Look at this. What you're looking at here, folks, is just I'm going from top to bottom of the block trades coming through.
Yeah.
Look at that. What is 17,000 times 425? That's a big number, man.
Oh, yeah.
Then 15,000 and 14. Bing, bing, bing. There's some good numbers in there.
Well, it'd be about 50. It'd be about 60 million.
Oh my God!
I think 60 million for that trade.
Hitting the button for 60 million. I like
bingo,
that. Bingo.
Hey,
boom.
It is. There has been a bunch of money sitting on the sidelines that has to be put to has to be put to work somehow.
Right.
And I think we're starting to see some of that trickle in.
Yeah.
In fact, there was something I put in my newsletter over the weekend piece of information that was really, I think, really proved that point really helpful for my clients to understand what was going on out there.
Well, it would make sense, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the bottom line is that
with a down day on Friday, there was a chunk of information that was pretty eye-opening.
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's go to Rick in British Columbia. What's going on, brother?
Wasn't that something last week, the way the market held up with the dollar rallying the way it did?
Yeah.
Absolutely. No question.
I mean, that's the first time in a long time that's ever happened.
Yeah, it's happened, though. I mean, those correlations, they're on a much larger basis. I mean, they don't change, like, in 2 seconds, you know what I mean? But
well, I think it argues for your bullish case for a bounce, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, and they get all these
that much more.
Yeah, and you got these other things that are setting up too. You know, the euro's got a chance. You know, it's at the lows. Got all the pessimism in the world going on. And, you know, coming into some P-index dates. It's got a number of things. You know, as you're right, as you're pointing out. You know, markets were strong last week with regard to how the strength in the dollar. No question.
Yeah, the Bradley has it on the 11th, which is Wednesday. But that's always give or take a day or two or three, maybe.
Or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or a week.
Well, they have 4 majors, and this is not a major, so.
Yeah.
Anyways, hey, I'm looking at the ADP, and I put it on a 10-year. It really hasn't done anything. It has almost a 3% yield, though. But
automatic data processing, right?
Yeah. Now, are they involved with, like, I don't know much about the company. I had heard when the jobs report come out, they showed that stock, just because I don't know if it's related to employment or not, but anyway.
They come out with numbers. That's what they do. They try to gauge them. Now, they've been off dramatically in the past. That's why people always worry about what the ADP number is.
Yeah. I mean, it's rallying, but I put it on a 10-year monthly, and that's about as far back as I can go. I mean, I don't know if it's going to go and try and test the highs up there at around 58 or 9, but that of 02, but I just thought I'd like to see your take on this one. It's not an easy chart to look at here, but...
Well, you know, if on the monthly, that August low is going to get tested again, you know? I mean, there's too much juice down there. You get $44, you get 120 million.
$45 there.
Yeah. I mean,
exactly. You know, it's kind of similar to that lady that phoned you. I listened to your archives. I listened to it last night. Remember she asked you to put her...
The 401k, yeah.
Yes, and that really plays... This is a good parallel to what you mentioned there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patience is the name of the game here, baby.
You bet. Take care,
Cooking,
man.
brother. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow up 27, NASDAQ up 7, S&Ps are up a couple bucks. And, you know, where do we stand now? I know it was a beautiful full moon.
Beautiful full moon.
Yeah.
Came in last night. You know, 'cause
Right.
those beautiful,
Gorgeous.
beautiful clear skies that we had out there.
Yeah.
You know, so we got the full moon that's coming in.
And you should have seen the low tide this morning.
Really?
Oh, man.
Cool.
I was out walking, and the tide this morning, well, two different things ended up happening. You know, it's really wild. In the wintertime, folks, and I don't know why this happens, but in the wintertime, you know, the tides are actually lower.
Yeah.
Right, well, in Florida.
Yeah.
So when you're talking low, man, you're talking coming
You can
all
walk
over.
across the bay.
Well, thank God you can't. But
No, so we got it had a full moon come in.
Okay.
You know, the next lunar cycle is the new moon, which is not till the 23rd, I believe it is.
so we can move right up into the 23rd.
Absolutely. Yeah, we absolutely can. I polish those horns. You know, Rick had called about ADP, and when I pulled that chart up on my screen,
Yes.
I went ahead and had pulled up the monthly, and I'd already apparently had looked at this chart way back in the October of 2011 time frame.
Okay.
And folks, what it did is ADP on a weekly basis created a Tiger Gartley, which is kind of cool. It actually finished the pattern the week of November the 4th. And the swing point that it had to clear for the B point was 21 million.
Yeah.
And as it came across, it never cleared it with that kind of volume. Got over it with 13 million. You know, when it completed the pattern, it did it with 17 million. And what's so cool about this stuff? You know, we don't make this stuff up.
Right.
But you know, you would then say, okay, your normal retracement is Suite 618, just like here at TFNN. And you go right down there, and where's it pull back to? Which would have been 4786. Pulls right back there. You know, finishes its work and continues motoring on up north. Pretty wild, huh?
That is wild,
I
man.
love it. I love that stuff.
Let's go to Ernie in Michigan. Hey, Ernie, what's going on?
Good morning, fellas. Steve, Tom, I've got a very interesting tidbit. I don't know if you've picked up on it yet or not, but in that football game last night, which I'm just digressing a little bit, we all know that Tebow is a very religious man, and we all know that he threw a long touchdown pass of 80 yards to win the game in overtime.
Yeah.
And guess how many yards he passed for? Not 315, not 317.
Was it 382?
316.
How much?
John 316. But whenever you see those guys with their curly hair at the football games with the sign, John 316,
that's
very
wild.
religious kind of connotation.
That's pretty
Isn't
wild.
that spooky?
Yeah, that's
Talk
pretty
about
wild.
coincidence.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's pretty wild.
That's crazy.
John 316, unbelievable.
Hey, you know what I like
that's
about
funny.
what I like about actually, you know, Tim is getting, you know, a lot of the praise, if you will. Okay.
Yeah.
But you had Demarius Thomas. Okay, that was the guy that he passed it to, a UCF guy.
Boom.
You know, which I love. Okay,
I know.
Coming out of you know, Central Florida here, and he had a great game. He had a really
that was
great
quite
game
a straight on
yesterday.
too, man.
Yeah.
That was power.
Yeah. So it was very cool.
So, yeah, but by the way, I just noticed that New England's going to be 14-point favorite despite the victory. But I mean, 316 is enough to turn a man's religion, my friend.
Okay, all right. Hey,
all right, have a nice day.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
sharing
You
that
too,
with us,
man.
Ernie. Yeah,
have a great one. Have a safe one. That is pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
There's a thought process, right?
Oh, Rick was on, and what was funny was we had a. Oh no, it wasn't a football game. It might have been a Boston Bruins game, Vancouver game, or something. I was trying to get a bet going between Rick and one of our other Tigers.
Oh yeah,
last week I think. Yeah. And in fact, how did Boston? I don't even know how Boston played this weekend. Too much football. And tonight's going to be a great game.
Who's playing tonight?
You got who's playing?
Alabama and LSU.
LSU.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I think Alabama is favored.
Are they?
Right now. I think they're 2-point favorites or what have you.
That's going to be huge.
Should be a good game.
Yeah.
I just wish those games didn't start so darn late.
I know, man.
8:30, 9 o'clock.
Forget it.
There's no possible way for me to be able to.
No.
I'll be toast again if I stay up for that. I won't be able to fall asleep. Next thing you know, it'll be an hour of sleep. I'll be back up and can't do that.
See,
it's too bad.
I fall asleep, but I know what you're saying. If you make it by a certain point, then it's like, oh man,
Yeah, if you get your second wind or what have you,
you're in trouble.
Exactly. Right. And then they can't fall asleep.
And then,
the
of course, the currency markets are flying, folks. So we're never going to go to bed.
Well, at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I get kind of open my eye to see what's going on as they're coming online in London. What are they thinking?
Could you imagine? I remember one of my buddies. He traded currencies for UBS.
Yeah.
And I'm going back in 1970s now, and I remember, he was always saying that he's got to be up early.
Yes.
But it must have been insane at that point because you were trading every different currency. That's when there wasn't just a euro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's I think about that. I says, wow, man. Could you imagine all those different pairs? It's you get, and a lot of those countries are small. No doubt, but
you mostly want to stay with the the pound, the.
Oh no, I like the idea that these are big now.
You can do whichever cross pair you want. Aussie dollar.
I think we got it made compared to what they had.
Yeah.
No, I'd say we got it made. No doubt.
And a lot of just cool tools.
Right.
Which is great. Having this technology at our fingertips is so key.
Yeah,
so important.
It is
very, very cool thing.
If we take a look at the NDX today, folks, what you have is this. You got. Bringing it back is Google, Green Mountain, Expedia, and Electronic Arts. Now we're flat. The biggest deal out there, though, is that they're pounding Google.
Yeah.
And natural retracement on Google, you can see that it.
It's good. Got some decent volume so far, just in the first hour of trading. It does.
That can come back to 600 and a half heartbeat. We're at 630 right now. Look at that, $5.99 on the way up.
Yeah.
Is this? Let me just see something here. This is going to be interesting if this was 0.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Is it?
Yeah, pretty close. I think it had to get a little bit higher to be a butterfly. No, it actually was right there.
And it was a tiger.
667.46 was the high that it needed to get. 1.272. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And not only that, if you want to see something, watch. I mean, what that was doing.
Yeah, it's doing a move all the way back as you pull it back. Right?
And in fact,
right.
is it almost that's going to be a butterfly plus it was almost a Gottlieb off the highs of 747, right? It went a little high, but right?
Yeah.
And that high out there had needed 53 million folks, and you only did 12.
Yeah. Well, the high that it was coming into was that November 2007 high,
right?
Which had 53 million shares, right? And I think he came into it with about
12.
Geez, oh my God.
Yeah, I know. You talk about unloading the boat.
Oh my goodness.
Unloading the boat big time. You stay right there, folks, and of course, don't forget. Let's see, we got Monday, so we're going to go from here at 11 up to Basil Chapman in Newton, Mass. Then we're going to Tucson, Arizona. Larry Pesavento coming back here for David White and then myself. And let's see. Boston beat Vancouver 4-3.
Ah, okay. Oh, that's great.
I'm only kidding.
I love it.
No, the Vancouver one. I'm just joking.
Precision edge in the market, something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, market, oil, the dollar, the Forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try patterns, profits, and peace of mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's patterns, profits, and peace of mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow up 4, Nasdaq's flat, S&P's a flat, gold's down 280, and King Dollar. Let's see what King Dollar's doing out here. She's back a few ticks out here. 10,000 contracts. She's at 81.51. She's got to get back inside 81.41, or she's just going to hang at these highs, man. Pretty wild. Let's get a Bill in New Hampshire. Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
We're doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Yeah. I'm waiting for this little SSD company to really take off here that isn't a tech insider. So I've been patiently waiting, and been in and out of this since April.
This is WDC you're looking at, Western Digital?
No, yeah, go ahead, look at that one. That's the proxy for the little SSD company. I don't want to give it out over the air.
I see.
Cool.
Yeah, no, this is a good setup. I mean, You have the first acceleration up. You know,
beauty.
What you want to see here is that you just love to back into this 31.35. You know, actually, 1 second. Are you under? That's good. You're back under 33.40, which you need to be, by the way. Okay, because when it took off, it had good juice, but not enough. Yeah. So you really it's what happens, folks. When you go over swing point, if you back under the swing point, that's all you have to do to build up some cause to make the run again. You know, so you want to see over 13 million when you make the run. We had 7 last week, so but this is a good setup, man. I mean, this thing wants to run it to $38.
Yeah, I think this whole group is good.
Yeah, well, the thing that's wild about Western Digital in general, man, this has always been a bizarre stock. Not a bizarre stock, but you've had these private equity guys come in so many different times, take it public, take it private, run it up, take it public, run it back down.
Well, the original guys, so when I got into the computer business back in 1980s, the original guys that I think it was Maynard Electronics, which was headquartered in Orlando.
Really?
Yeah, so they were just down the street. In fact, a good friend of mine, we started another company together, ran their sales side of the business.
Okay.
And that company, I mean, they made a killing when they sold that company.
Oh,
for sure.
I bet.
You know? But it was just it just started in a little strip mall when they were just like so much stuff started back in the 80s.
No.
You know, Apple would have its garage.
Huge.
You know, Maynard Electronics right from little strip center.
Hey, listen, Bill, so you got the primaries are in New Hampshire tomorrow, right?
Yeah, and Rodney's doing good up here. That guy, Santorum, did I say that right?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
He's coming on strong. Tomorrow.
How's is the media, is a lot of negative media stuff, positive? How are they handling that?
They're really not getting nasty, dirty like that now. They're kind of just, stating their choice that this is what I am. It's America first, politics second. That's the theme for all these guys, which is good. And they're just kind of putting that case out there as to what they stand for.
Well, you can have Mount Washington that just gets the first vote, right? That little village up in Mount Washington.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hart's location.
What is it?
Hart's location.
Hart's location. Okay, man.
In New Hampshire, there's like 20 people over there.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, seriously.
But they vote first.
That's pretty cool, man.
Hey, Tom, I got your book, and I'm going to be reading that. Have you ever read that Methods of Trading Stocks by Richard Wyckoff? It's Jesse Livermore. It's 32 pages, a little pamphlet.
I have not.
You have not?
No.
That's a great little pamphlet.
Oh, I bet it is, yeah.
But I got your book, and I'm going to be reading that the next few weeks.
Well, we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the business.
And, hey, we got some help wanted signs up here. Lowe's is hiring.
Plumbers
and electricians. Unemployment here is under 5.5%.
Wow.
I went out New Year's Eve and couldn't get a hotel room, so they're booked.
Go long America.
I love it.
That's a beautiful thing.
Thanks for calling, Bill.
Cooking, brother. Have a great one. Have a safe one. We're on the road. We're on the road topside, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there. Basil's coming up next, then Larry, David, and myself.
Have a great day, folks.